Hey everyone, welcome back to BikeBeat. Today, we're checking out one of the most talked about dual sport releases of the year, the 2026 Yamaha XR500. This bike promises to bridge the gap between lightweight trail bikes and full-sized adventure machines, giving riders a perfect balance of on-road comfort and off-road capability. We're going to break down its design, performance, features, price, and what makes it such a unique addition to Yamaha's lineup. The first thing that grabs you about the XR500 is how purposeful it looks. Yamaha's designers have gone for a rugged yet sleek aesthetic, the kind that looks just as at home on city streets as it does carving through dirt trails. The front end is dominated by a compact LED headlamp with a slim high-mounted fender that gives it that rally-ready vibe. The fuel tank is sculpted to allow easy leg grip, the side panels flow neatly into a short, sharp tail section, and the high-mounted exhaust keeps things safe when you're splashing through mud or rocks. Everything about the bike looks focused on function, but it's still unmistakably Yamaha, clean, bold, and aggressive in the right ways. The XR500 runs on a semi-double cradle frame, built for both durability and flexibility. Yamaha's used a combination of high-tensile steel and lightweight materials to keep the chassis strong without making it too heavy. You get spoked wheels, a 21-inch up front and an 18-inch at the rear, wrapped in dual-purpose tires that strike a solid balance between grip on tarmac and bite on loose terrain. The wheelbase and rake are tuned for agility, giving you stability at high speeds but quick steering when you need it. Power comes from a 499 cubic centimeters single-cylinder, liquid-cooled, DOHC engine, a brand-new unit that's all about usable torque. Yamaha's aiming for around 47 horsepower and roughly 50 Nm of torque, tuned to deliver a strong mid-range punch. It's not about headline figures, it's about how that power arrives. Crack open the throttle and you feel smooth, predictable pull without the snappy aggression of a race-tuned single. It's an engine that works with you whether you're climbing a rocky hill, weaving through traffic, or just cruising down a highway at a relaxed pace. The gearbox is a 6-speed setup, precise and positive, with Yamaha's assist and slipper clutch to smooth out downshifts and reduce hand fatigue. The gearing feels well spread, short enough to keep you in control off-road, but tall enough in 6th gear to let the engine breathe comfortably at highway speeds. Suspension is one of the XR500's biggest talking points. Up front, you get fully adjustable upside-down forks with roughly 250 mm of travel, and at the rear, a linkage-type monoshock that's preload and rebound adjustable. The result is a suspension setup that's plush enough to soak up rocks, ruts, and potholes, but still firm enough for cornering stability on pavement. Ground clearance sits around 250 mm, letting you take on rough terrain without scraping the underside. Braking is handled by a large front disc with a 4-piston caliper and a single rear disc. ABS comes standard, but Yamaha lets you switch it off or reduce its interference when you're riding off-road. You also get traction control, adjustable or fully off, to help manage power on loose surfaces. These electronic assists don't get in the way, they just add safety and confidence. The XR500 weighs in at about 190 to 195 kilograms fully fueled, depending on the trim. That's light enough to throw around off-road but heavy enough to feel stable on the road. The fuel tank holds between 15 and 17 liters, giving you an impressive range of up to 400 kilometers thanks to fuel efficiency in the 25 to 30 kilometers per liter range. For riders who like long days out exploring without constantly stopping for fuel, that's a big plus. On the road, the XR500 feels surprisingly refined for a dual sport. The engine's smoothness at mid-range speeds makes it great for daily commuting, and the upright ergonomics mean you get all-day comfort. The seat height is tall but manageable for most riders, and the handlebar and foot peg positioning give you a natural, commanding posture. The suspension keeps things composed on broken city roads or long highway stretches. Wind protection is minimal, but you can always add an aftermarket screen if you're planning to tour. Off-road, this thing really comes alive. Stand up on the pegs and it feels balanced, light in the front, planted at the rear. You can throw it into gravel corners, hop over obstacles, or crawl up steep trails with total control. The clutch is light, the throttle is predictable, and the suspension keeps you confident even when things get rough. The traction control lets you fine-tune how much slip you want, and when you turn it off completely, the XR500 rewards skilled riders with a pure, connected experience. It's playful, sure-footed, and forgiving, exactly what you want when the road disappears. The electronics suite adds a modern touch that's still pretty rare in this category. You get selectable riding modes, typically road, trail, and rain, that adjust throttle response and traction levels. The digital TFT display is bright and easy to read, showing speed, RPM, fuel, temperature, gear, and trip info. There's Bluetooth connectivity for smartphone pairing, optional. Navigation integration, and a USB-C port for charging your phone or GPS device on the go. Lighting is all LED, including the indicators and tail light, giving both style and practicality. The XR500's versatility is what sets it apart. It's not just a trail toy or a road commuter, it's the kind of bike you can ride to work all week, then take into the mountains on Saturday without swapping a single part. For riders who want one bike that does everything well, Yamaha's hit a sweet spot. The XR500's balance of power, weight, and simplicity makes it approachable for newer riders but still exciting for veterans. Compared to its competition, the XR500 lands right in the middle ground. It's more comfortable and refined than a hardcore enduro like the KTM 500 EXC, and it's lighter and more agile than full-blown adventure bikes like the Tenere 700. It gives you the thrill of exploration without the intimidation of big bike bulk. Yamaha also has the edge in reliability and maintenance, an area where they've built decades of trust with riders all over the world. Price-wise, Yamaha's aiming to keep it competitive. Expect a starting price between $8,500 and $9,500 depending on your market. There are likely to be 2 or 3 trims, a base model with all the essentials, a mid-level version with extra protection and accessories, and a premium or adventure edition with advanced electronics and pre-installed touring gear. For what it offers, the XR500's pricing makes it a solid value proposition in its class. The XR500 also benefits from Yamaha's extensive global service network. Maintenance intervals are generous, and parts should be easy to source almost anywhere. It's the kind of bike that invites you to ride far and worry less, and that reliability is a major reason why Yamaha loyalists keep coming back. So, who's this bike for? It's for the rider who wants to do it all. Someone who rides to work during the week, hits the backroads or forest trails on the weekend, and occasionally takes a long road trip just to see where the road leads. It's for riders who want the freedom to explore without dealing with a 220-kilogram monster or sacrificing comfort on long rides. The XR500 is simple, capable, and fun, the perfect recipe for everyday adventure. In motion, the XR500 feels like more than just a machine, it's an invitation. It encourages you to explore new routes, take the detour, and go places you might normally avoid. Yamaha has managed to capture that essence of adventure in a bike that's approachable and affordable. It's not overcomplicated, it's not overpowered, it's just right. Thanks for tuning in to BikeBeat. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the latest bikes, and let us know in the comments, would you take the XR500 on your next adventure? Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and keep your wheels on the ground.